Three news stories for you. Firstly, Tigray's government is trying to exert some pressure upon international community. Last night, a statement was issued by Tigray's government. This is the second statement in almost a week in which Tigray's government is calling upon international community to impose sanctions on Ethiopian and Eritrean governments. We'll talk about that. Secondly, viewers, we have now confirmation that a large number of civilians, farmers, they are on their way. They have arrived as well in Kambolcha and Dessie from Gondar and Gojam zones of Amhara. An important development. And thirdly, Fano militia members, they have appeared on some news channels and they say that now they're going to take matters in their hands on Dessie Kambolcha fronts. They have questioned loyalty of some members of ENDF as well. They accuse that there are some elements in Ethiopian National Defense Force who support TPLF, who support Oromo Liberation Army. An important development, we'll talk about that. Secondly, is the presence of Fano militia members in Dessie, Kambolcha? We have some confirmation about that as well. Firstly, a few hours ago, Tigray's government issued a statement after a UN flight cancelled its landing at Mekelle airport due to strikes from Ethiopian Air Force on Mekelle. Tigray government says the international community is only showing concern. It is not taking any action. International community must impose sanctions. It must adopt punitive measures against Ethiopian and Eritrean governments. We saw a similar statement a few days ago as well. This is the second statement in which Tigray's government is pressing international community to take action against Ethiopian government. Because now on daily basis, Ethiopian Air Force is conducting strikes on Tigray. US and EU, they announced a few weeks ago that they were considering sanctions on Ethiopian, Eritrean governments and TPLF. But I think they are waiting for a report due to be released at the start of November. The report is an investigation into war crimes committed in Tigray and Amhara. Investigation was done by UN human rights body and Ethiopian Human Rights Commission. Tigray's government has already rejected this report. It says that Ethiopian Human Rights Commission is not an impartial body. It was part of investigation. Tigray government was not contacted about its position regarding war crime in Tigray. That is why Tigray government has rejected this upcoming report. But EU and US, they are waiting for this report. On the basis of this report, we could see sanctions on Ethiopian, Eritrean governments and perhaps TPLF as well. Any likelihood of sanctions before that? So far, no confirmation that today or tomorrow US and EU are going to impose sanctions on the Ethiopian government. No confirmation. But the government wants immediate sanctions because on daily basis airstrikes are being conducted on Tigray. Secondly, viewers, we have received a confirmation that youth, civilians, farmers, they are heading to Dessie, Kambolcha fronts from Gojam and Gondar, two major zones of Amhara region. There is no pressure upon Gojam, no fighting there. No pressure upon Gondar as well, fighting in some areas, but overall situation is in control in Gondar. That is why large number of civilians are on their way. They have arrived in Dessie and Kambolja. Uh, this front, Dessie and Kambolja, as I said earlier, it's being treated as do or die by Ethiopian government, by Amhara government. And people are being mobilized. They are being told that if TDF goes past Dessie and Kambolja and it joins hand with OLA, then Amhara's, their existence could be in danger. That is why people are flocking to the front lines from Gojam, from Gondar, and they have arrived, in fact, on front lines in Dessie, in Kambolja. We have monitored movements of large convoys coming from Gojam and Gondar zones. Lastly, viewers, last and the most important news story is that Fano militia members, they have appeared on some news channels. They want to take the matters in their hands now on Dessie Kambolja fronts. They say that they are sympathizers of TPLF and OLA in forces. And that is why TPLF has been allowed to reach Dessie and outskirts of Dessie. Fano militia members say that they are not being armed, they are not being given the independence to make decisions regarding fighting on battlefronts, and that is why TPLF managed to make gains. Amhara regional forces, ENDF, they withdrew from Koram Alamata, no doubt about that. We did see fighting there, but the resistance that we're seeing on Dessie front, we did not see that resistance on Koram front, on Alamata front, on Kobo as well. That is what Fano militia members are saying. That why is that TPLF was allowed to get deep into Amhara region. Now it seems that Fano militia members, they are taking control of the matters. And we have a confirmation from Dessie that Fano militia members are patrolling the streets. They are taking charge of the city, we can say, and in Dessie as well. They're bringing in reinforcements of farmers, of militia members from Gondar as well. So now it seems that this war is between Fano militia members and Tigray Defense Force. Yes, there is presence of Ethiopian National Defense Force, but Fano militia mistrusts Ethiopian National Defense Force. In a separate video, we'll draw a comparison between Fano militia members and Tigray Defense Force. TDF is an army, obviously. Fano militia is not an army, but they are experienced fighters as well. Can they fight on battlefronts in this deadly war? We'll talk about that in some future video. But what we can confirm now, viewers, is that Fano militia members are in Kambolja, Dessie. They are taking the matters in their own hands. They are mistrusting Ethiopian National Defense Force. They are saying that if TDF is allowed to go past Dessie and Kambolja, there could be a formidable alliance between TDF and OLA, and the existence of Amhara ethnic group could be in danger. That is the position of Fano militia members, and that is why they are recruiting, they are mobilizing people from Gondar and Gojam as well. I think.